Hello, Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. I hope you're well. Thank you so much for being here. I'm Jen with Timeline Tarot, and this is your prediction for August. Can you believe I just said that? August 2026. It is a collective general reading, so as the messages come through today, take what fits, leave what doesn't, because if it's not your message, it simply means it is meant for someone else to hear. And please check your other placements, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus. And if you're not sure what those placements are, in the description box of this video is a link where you can obtain your free birth chart. Also in the description box is information on how you can join us over on Patreon for bonus additional content. With all of that said now, let's begin. Tapping into the Aries collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. What does Aries need to know for August 2026? What do they need to know for August? Let's get one more shuffle. Thank you. In the heart of your spread, we have the Sun. In the top row, we have the Nine of Cups, we have the Four of Wands, and we have the Ace of Wands. Flanking the Sun is the Six of Wands and Temperance. And in the bottom row, we have the Eight of Pentacles, we have the Nine of Swords, and we have the Four of Pentacles. Sneak peek now into September. I can't believe how fast this year's going by. September, Knight of Wands, Two of Cups, and the Emperor. And that leaves the Four of Swords here at the bottom of the deck. Okay, let's begin to clarify this now. I'm using the After Tarot deck, and if you're not familiar with that deck, the images are slightly different. It does alter or change the meaning of the cards, and we'll go through them as necessary in your reading today. For Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements for August 2026, we are clarifying Nine of Cups, Four of Wands, Ace of Wands, Six of Wands, the Sun, Temperance, Eight of Pentacles, Nine of Swords, and the Four of Pentacles for the Aries collective. One more shuffle. Thank you. The Nine of Cups is clarified by the Death card. The Four of Wands is clarified by the Star. The Ace of Wands is clarified by the Ace of Wands. Wow, look at you. Six of Wands is clarified by Five of Pentacles. The Sun clarified by the King of Cups. Temperance is clarified by the Eight of Swords. The Eight of Pentacles is clarified by the Queen of Wands. The Nine of Swords is clarified by the Fool. And the Four of Pentacles is clarified by the King of Pentacles. Sneak peek again now into September. Three of Cups, the Moon, and the Page of Wands. And that leaves the Nine of Cups and the Tower here at the bottom of the deck. I'm going to clarify some of these a little bit more for you, but in the heart of your spread is the King of Cups to the Sun. Now, the King of Cups is very different in the After Tarot deck. The King actually knows what he needs or wants. I say he, there's a man on the card. He could certainly be a feminine watching. But the King here knows exactly what it is that he needs or wants in respect to emotional contentment. And in the After Tarot deck, we see the King holding one cup in his left hand and dumping out another cup with his right. So I feel like this message is very specific for those of you where maybe you have been struggling or grappling with making a decision, choosing either or scenario. This could be between jobs, partnerships, living situations with that Four of Wands. But there's definitely here a decision to leave something behind in order to move towards something that you believe will make you emotionally content, maybe even financially abundant. Because for me, the Sun card is the Ten of Cups and the Ten of Pentacles. So this is specifically geared towards those of you where you've had a choice to stay in a comfort zone or move out of a comfort zone. And it looks like your launching point, if you will, or the launching pad to move out of the comfort zone into something that is a little different for you, yet entices you at the same time. It looks like that is all occurring for you in the month of August. When we see the Nine of Cups to the Death card, this is you. And again, I believe it's because what you're currently going through and what you will be going through in the month of August is like redefining what emotional contentment means for you. So Death to the nine of Cups. There's something here where, again, you've made this decision. This no longer suits me. I want to move in this direction. I have firmly identified what would make me very happy. Star to the Four of Wands. This is in regards to structure, stability. For others of you, it could be in regards to career and finance. And then for others of you, this could be in respect to a partnership. But that Ace of Wands to the Ace of Wands tells me you're ready. You're ready on an emotional level. You're ready on an intellectual level. You're ready on a spiritual level. The Six of Wands to the Five of Pentacles, when you're weighing out the pros and cons of getting out of the comfort zone, you seem to be of the belief here that stepping out of the comfort zone is better for you than staying in the comfort zone. In the After Tarot deck, the Five of Pentacles, the individual is actually not in lack. They're coming out of this structure with a big old sack of coin. And so it's almost like you're realizing if I move in this direction, it would benefit me. Six of Wands, I would be victorious. And again, it could be emotional, could be financial, could be both. Temperance to the Eight of Swords, whatever was keeping you stuck, particularly for those of you where this was being stuck due to anxiety or fears or insecurities, that is being healed for you, because in the After Tarot deck, the individual is free in the Eight of Swords, or becoming, I should say, becoming free in the Eight of Swords. And then in the bottom row here, we see you with that Queen of Wands to the Eight of Pentacles, deciding to pour some real pentacle effort in this new direction. Nine of Swords to the Fool. Still a little nervous about it, but not allowing any anxieties to hold you back. And the King of Pentacles to the Four of Pentacles. There's almost a feeling here of, even if I were to shift in this new direction, I'm still secure within myself. So I do see you here leaving a comfort zone, realizing that your comfort zone is wherever you're at, and you're choosing to move in a new direction. So let me clarify this a bit more. Let's clarify that Sun for you. Okay. We have the High Priestess, which came out on the side, so I'm going to take it like that. Clarify the Sun more. One more shuffle here. Thank you. The Sun is clarified by the High Priestess on the side, the Page of Wands, which we see here in September, and then we have the Strength card. Bottom of the deck, we have the Tower. So there's this realization here on your part in the month of August that you have not been listening to your intuition. I think your intuition has been trying to pull you out of that comfort zone and shift you onto the new path for a while. And it's almost like you have this breakthrough moment with the Sun. It's like, oh, now I know the direction that I'm supposed to be heading in. And now I see where maybe doubts, fears, and anxieties have been holding me back, Strength card, from making that decision or moving in that direction. King of Cups. Tell me more about the King of Cups here. Okay. They came out quick. They're face up, so we're going to take them. King of Cups is clarified by the Six of Wands. That's where you saw your victory. Eight of Wands, moving forward, and the Death card. So you are now very clear-minded that there's something here in your life, and I'm just going to continue to call it the comfort zone, whether that's your job, your living situation, social status, your affiliation with a political group, a religious organization, like whatever this is here for you, in whatever context it applies to you individually. You are committed now to the new path. I don't know if you're fully on the new path in August. I want to clarify a couple of more cards, but this is definitely someone who's saying, I'm going to move forward in that direction. It might be a little uncomfortable. I'm not going to allow doubts, fears, or anxieties to get in my way. I was almost going to say get in my way this time. So maybe for some of you, this is something that you have been thinking about for a while, and maybe you've been a yes and then a no and a yes and then a no. So it's like this time I'm not allowing doubts, fears, and anxieties to hold me back. And this is you deciding to put an end to the current structure or the current path or the current comfort zone in order to pivot and move in a new direction. Curious to see how you are now classifying your Nine of Cups. Clarify that Nine of Cups, please. One more shuffle. Thank you. The Nine of Cups is clarified by the Six of Swords, moving forward. Star, okay, towards your wish fulfillment. And the Three of Swords. Bottom of the deck, Four of Swords. So are you excited for the new path? Yes. Are you excited to get out of your comfort zone? Yes. Did you hate the comfort zone? No. This is like parting with sweet sorrow, leaving this company for this company, leaving singlehood to become partnered, leaving a partnership to become single. You know, however this resonates for you, leaving your current place of residence for a new one. However this manifests for you, there seems to be, my Nine of Cups is defined in that direction, but I do acknowledge I'm a little sad, speaking like you, a little sad to leave where I'm currently at. The Death card. Clarify that Death card. In the After Tarot deck, death is not a rebirth, the Death card. This is a, we're done and we're doing this instead. So it is it transformative in nature? It is, but it's not a return. One more shuffle. Thank you. The Death card is clarified by the Nine of Pentacles. Ah, look at that. The Wheel of Fortune is in the reverse. And then we have the Four of Swords. Bottom of the deck, Seven of Wands. Okay. So the idea here, and I do read reversals. I don't intentionally put them in the deck, but came out in the reverse, so we're going to take it. So the Death card here for you is, I have decided to get out of my comfort zone because I've redefined what my happiness is. It's no longer here, even though I don't hate it here, but it's over there. However, I can't be over there right now today in the month of August. I'll get there in time, but not right now. So you know the direction you're going in. So to put this in a very, very basic example, this would be like, let's say you're selling your home, Four of Wands, and you've purchased a new home. You know that the current place where you live, you're not going to be living there for much longer. You have already identified the new comfort zone, if you will. You're leaving the existing comfort zone. You didn't hate it, but maybe the house no longer fit you, but you can't move in today. You have to go through a closing process. You have to finish wrapping up the sale of your home. You know, you literally have to like pack up all your stuff and get them in the truck and move over to the new place. So there's a delay, and you are aware of the delay. You're cognizant of the delay. Let's do that double Ace of Wands there. Clarify the first Ace of Wands, please. One more shuffle. Thank you. Ace of Wands is clarified by Page of Swords, Five of Cups, and the Three of Wands. Bottom of the deck, the Chariot. The delay here seems to be, I still have to wrap something up here in the comfort zone. I either have to notify someone of my departure, like give 2 weeks notice, you know, to work, or maybe you need to wrap up paperwork here in regards to the acquisition or sale of a home. There's something like that here. I have to communicate that I'm departing from here before I can proceed forward. So there's something here that either needs to be wrapped up or you need to communicate this to someone. Clarify that second Ace of Wands, please. One more shuffle. Thank you. And same thing if this is like work related. This is like, I don't hate ABC Corporation, but I no longer want to work here. I now have a job opportunity to go to XYZ Corporation, but I can't start tomorrow. I have to give this place notice. That second Ace of Wands is clarified by the King of Swords, the Two of Pentacles, and the Four of Pentacles, bottom of the deck, Judgment. So your decision here is I still need to wrap some things up here. I want to make sure that I leave this on a, I want to make sure that I leave this fairly, that I don't just abruptly depart. So it's not like you're immediately quitting the job or you're vacating the house without packing your belongings. You know, you're certainly not walking away if this is a partnership without telling the person. So it's not like you're going to ghost the individual. So there's something here, I still need to do some stuff in order to wrap up this cycle, but your intention here is to let go of the cycle, is to let go of the comfort zone, because the Four of Pentacles, which typically is a comfort zone in tarot, in the After Tarot deck, look what's standing next to our Four of Pentacle Miser. We have scorpionic energy here of the Death card. We've got the Grim Reaper here showing up twice for you. So this is, I know that I still need to wrap up a few things here, and I intend on doing that in a very balanced and fair way before completely departing. I'm not going to clarify that Six of Wands to the Five of Pentacles. I feel like that's a redundant message. Clearly, you're seeing more abundance elsewhere. But I would like to see, and maybe because this will help some of you if you're not there yet, how you were able to become free of the whatever mentally was holding you back, like the anxieties and the fears and the doubts. So let's clarify Temperance, because some way, somehow, if you haven't done it yet in the month of August, you will be calming your mind, healing all of this worry. One more shuffle. Thank you. Temperance is clarified by the Chariot, the Moon, and a Knight of Swords. Bottom of the deck, Two of Swords. Clarify that Eight of Swords. One more shuffle. Thank you. Eight of Swords is clarified by Nine of Cups, the Empress, and a Seven of Cups. Bottom of the deck, Two of Wands. So there's another individual here now. Okay, this is not your energy. So what ends up resolving the doubts, fears, and anxieties you have is a conversation, Knight of Swords, that you have with another individual. This is not something you see at the time of this reading. So at some point in August, most likely around the new moon in Leo, is when you are having a conversation here with an individual about proceeding forward. And it's through that conversation that this person makes you realize several things here. They're making you realize that your happiness is important. This person is helping you. This is almost like a guide for you. So it could be your partner. It could be a very close friend. It could be a parental figure. But there's definitely this conveyance of this person telling you like you only have one life to live that you know of. You have to make yourself happy. It's time to leave the nest. It's time to leave the comfort zone. You deserve more. This person is encouraging you to move towards the new. In the After Tarot deck, the Seven of Cups, the person is leaving Six Cups, the past or the past comfort zone, and moving towards the Ace of Cups, the new beginning or the new comfort zone. So you do have someone here that you're having this conversation with in the energy of the new moon in Leo, and they're encouraging you to move towards your happiness, or they are telling you basically like, if you were to do this, I believe that you would be very happy, or you would be much happier than staying where you're currently at. And again, the current relationship or job, community, you know, something like that. This person is encouraging you to move forward. Eight of Pentacles to the Queen of Wands. I'm not going to clarify, but I do want to clarify the Nine of Swords to the Fool card here for you. Clarify that Nine of Swords. One more shuffle. Thank you. The Nine of Swords is clarified by the Seven of Wands, the Ten of Cups, and the Magician. Bottom of the deck, we have Knight of Cups. I do believe this is hand in hand with this conversation because the Magician is Mercury. Mercury rules Gemini, communication, as well as Virgo, healing. So I do believe that you're having a conversation with this individual, and it's a very healing conversation. And this person is basically saying, like, I want you to be happy, or you need to chase your happiness. And you shouldn't allow doubts, fears, and anxieties to block you. Seven of Wands to that Nine of Swords. You shouldn't allow those doubts, fears, and anxieties to block you from the Ten of Cups. Something that you truly want or that you truly desire. Fool card. Tell me about the Fool card energy here. One more shuffle. Thank you. The Fool card is clarified by Judgment, the Six of Swords, which we see you moving forward with, and then that Three of Pentacles, bottom of that Queen of Cups. So I do believe, and Queen of Cups to Temperance. So I do believe this is a conversation here you're having with this individual. It's very nurturing, loving conversation where they're encouraging you to move towards the new. This person is very instrumental with you getting out of the comfort zone and into the new comfort zone. So maybe it's the new boss, maybe it's a realtor, maybe it's your spouse, maybe it's a friend, like I said, a family member. It's someone who you trust, and it's someone who you look up to, even if they're not older than you. You really value this person because they're coming through here in your energy as an Empress, and you've shown up in King energy, whether you're masculine or feminine. So there's something here of like, you really value this person's opinion. Four of Pentacles to the King of Pentacles. Clarify that Four of Pentacles. One more shuffle. Thank you. Four of Pentacles is clarified by the Devil, the Seven of Pentacles, and there's that Queen of Cups person again. So this is the person you're communicating with. Could be a water sign, or they just have high water placements, like their sun, moon, or rising. This person seems to be telling you that your comfort zone is toxic. And maybe that's an opinion you share, maybe it's not. But the way that they're conveying it to you is they're not telling you like where you're at is bad, or that the comfort zone itself is negative. What they seem to be conveying to you through this conversation is the comfort zone can't expand. You can't change it. Like, it's this job or this community or this relationship, whatever this is for you, it's gone as far as it can go in that Seven of Pentacles. You've been in it for a while and nothing has changed. So in order for you to be truly content, Nine of Cups and Nine of Cups, you would need to leave the comfort zone, because the comfort zone has grown stagnant and there's no comfort in stagnancy. That seems to be what this person is telling you. There's also a feeling here of this individual saying to you, your security is within you, not the comfort zone. You create your security. So you can move from the comfort zone to the new comfort zone, and you're still going to be you, and you'll still have all that you have. And you still have the ability to create and maintain security. You don't have to stay stuck and locked in fear in order to have security or in order to feel stable. So this could play out again with that Four of Wands. Let's say it's a house. This is your partner or a friend, or again, just someone that you look up to, saying, hey, a house becomes a home because you live in it, not the other way around. You create your home environment. So home is wherever you are. So there's something like that here at play, where I really feel like this person is encouraging you to get out of the comfort zone. And I'd be curious for some of you if this has, if you are personally impacted by the node shifting from Pisces to Aquarius and Virgo to Leo. That might be something as well that is aiding you out of the south node, if you will, and into your north node. King of Pentacles. Clarify the King of Pentacles here. One more shuffle. Thank you. King of Pentacles is clarified by the Chariot, moving forward, Seven of Swords and the Two of Swords. Bottom of the deck, Three of Wands. I love this because in the After Tarot deck, the Chariot is on the move. Now, most tarot decks I have, and I have about 150, 152. Most of the times, the Sphinx that we see here, they're not moving. They're usually on the ground, which I always find it so ironic when I hear so many tarot readers say, it's the fastest card in the deck. It is and it isn't. It's fast in the sense that the Chariot is ruled by the moon, right? The moon rules the Chariot card, and the moon is constantly changing, right? Constantly going through different phases and cycles and lunations. So I can see in that respect why it's considered the fastest card, but typically they're not on the move here, but in the After Tarot deck they are. So again, this is a very transformative conversation that you're having with this individual, because here's the Chariot that, again, sort of on the move, not really, and then now we see it really moving forward, and that's further clarified. The Seven of Swords in the After Tarot deck, we're not making a mistake. We don't want to trip up. So there's something here about proceeding forward, but doing it cautiously, and again, I think it has something to do with Two of Swords. You made your decision to move forward, but there's still like either loose ends you have to tie up, or someone, or maybe even like a group of people that you need to inform. I think that's your whole message. You are on the move. You're absolutely, without a doubt, on the move here because of a very healing, transformative conversation, although the complete move seems to be slightly delayed, and you are aware of that. Can we get any insight here into September? We have the Knight of Wands, which is your energy, the Two of Cups, and the Emperor. Clarify the Knight of Wands, the Two of Cups, and the Emperor. One more shuffle. Thank you. And the Emperor is your energy. We have the World card. Okay. The World card, the Nine of Pentacles, and the Hanged Man. So after this pause or this delay, Ace of Swords here at the bottom of the deck. After this pause and this delay, you're wrapping this up in September. So again, you're relocating, you're starting the new job, maybe you're entering a connection, maybe you're exiting a connection. You seem to be wrapping it up here in September. Clarify the Three of Cups, the Moon, and the Page of Wands. One more shuffle. Thank you. And in the After Tarot deck, and the Page of Wands, the individual is actually leaving someone behind back here. Clarified by the Five of Cups. That's exactly what you're doing. So you're going towards the new. The Emperor is going towards the new Two of Cups. Two of Cups could be the new community, right? The new soul bonds you're going to meet at the new community, the new boss, the new business partner, the new romantic partner. And in the After Tarot deck, typically we see the Five of Cups, the individual's like crying over the Three Cups that are spilled. That's not what you're doing. In the After Tarot deck, you're looking at the new Two of Cups. So you're firmly moving towards the new in September. The Devil card and the Four of Cups. I can't tell you how much I love this for you. Three of Wands, that is your card. That's the Sun in Aries. And I say I love that Devil card because in the After Tarot deck, the fears, doubts, anxieties, insecurities, right? Eight of Swords, Nine of Swords, sort of like lower octave of the Devil. You're free. Instead of being chained to the podium or chained to the devil that the podium presides over, in the After Tarot deck, you're free. So I feel like you, by the time you get to September or in the month of September, you are without a doubt on the new path. Four of Cups, look at that. Dumping out the old and embracing the new, the Three Cups. And here you are celebrating that transfer, if you will, or that transformation. And the cup you're dumping out here is the one you considered dumping out in August. It's like firmly dumped out. So you're in the new job, in the new relationship, in the new living situation in September. And you seem to be very happy about it. Let's get you some advice, and we'll close it off with oracle cards and some kippers. You know, I think your 6-month reading, if I remember correctly, was something like, it was something like you were changing your life. There was something here about like you were radically going to change your life. You were on the new path by the end of the year. So I do think that that is what's happening for you. Like you're embracing new possibilities. Can we get 3 cards of advice here, please, for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements for August? One more shuffle. Thank you. Your advice. 9 of Swords, those doubts, fears, and anxieties. The Lovers, make the choice. 2 cards came out. 8 of Swords to Justice. Make the choice, make the decision to not allow them to hold you back. Justice is Libra, Libra energy. And Libra, 3 weeks of it anyway, is in the month of September. So your advice here, Queen of Cups. This person is very prevalent in your readings. They came up in 3 different decks, even the advice deck. So there's something here about making the choice to not allow fears, doubts, and anxieties to delay your karmic path, because you're moving on to a new path. Queen of Cups, Five of Swords, and the Ten of Swords. Ace of Swords. See, I think this person helps to ease your mind of whatever conflict you had about ending or getting out of the comfort zone, if you will, and into the new comfort zone, or creating a new comfort zone for yourself. And if you don't have this person in your life, if you're watching this, you're like, Jen, I have no friends, I have no one, then this is someone new who comes on your path, and you seem to really value this person in August, and they appear to be very instrumental with your transition into the new comfort zone. Let's get you some oracle cards. 3 oracle cards here, please, for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements for August. One more shuffle. Thank you. Leap, healing, deep connection, bottom of the deck, anchor in self. Leap. Leap forward, overcome obstacles along the way. That's what we see you doing. Then we have healing. Heal by confronting and addressing the past. I also think it's a very healing conversation you have with this individual. And there you go, deep connection. Find bonds of support and love in intimate relationships, family and friends. So again, you definitely have someone here in your corner. And if you don't, I believe that you're meeting them in August. But if I had to put a percentage on it, 90% of you already have this person in your life. And then you have anchor in self. Find your center within, remaining steadfast despite external storms. And that external storm might be some, putting the finishing touches, wrapping up some loose ends, and possibly even having to notify someone that you're departing. Let's close it out now with some kippers. Let's get 2 kipper cards, please, for each row. Okay, you had 3 come out. Thoughts came out on the side. Sudden wealth came out on the side. And then we have unexpected income. So you go from thinking about this, and that was that feeling I got, that push and pull, that tug of war within you. Should I, shouldn't I? Shouldn't I, shouldn't I? I think you've been doing this for a while now, probably for the better part of 2026. Should I, shouldn't I? Should I, shouldn't I? I don't know. Maybe it's the best thing that has ever happened to me. Maybe it's not. Sudden wealth is on the side. And then unexpectedly, I think because of this conversation, you decide to go for it. Let's get 2 cards here for the middle row. Courtship is on the side. And you have mature woman. So there is someone here, mature woman, mature man, man, take it how it resonates to you. But there is someone here that you are talking to. Why is courtship on the side? Okay, courtship is on the side because of main female and main male. So the message I get here is you are leaving someone behind. And it could be friends. It could be family members. It could be for some of you, you're leaving one lover for another. But the courtship card is on the side because you still need to fully sever the tie with the comfort zone, the current comfort zone, before you move on to the new path. And let's get 2 cards here for the bottom row. House is on the side. And false person is on the side. So remember what I was saying about that 7 of Swords. You don't want to make any mistakes here. And so I think you're being very careful with leaving the comfort zone, the house, and creating the new comfort zone. So I don't think that this is wrapped up for you in August, to be quite honest, but I do believe that it is wrapped up for you in September. At the bottom of the deck, we have lovers. Of course, it's a choice for you. It's always your choice, but I do believe that you're moving forward. Right behind lovers, we have official person, and that would be for me like the emperor in this deck. So at the end of the day, you are making the decision to leave a comfort zone and to move towards a new comfort zone, if you will. So I like this for you a lot. You are definitely on the move in August. That is what I have for you. Aries, if you like that message, resonates with you, you want to claim all or part of it, please be sure to click like, share, comment, and subscribe. Hype the video on your mobile device if you're able to do that. And don't forget to join us over on Patreon. Until I read for you again, I'm wishing you light, love, and peace.